Hey, good morning. I'm not sure how many people are going to join us because this is a new live. That's my son. He's the cutest and he knows it. But we're going to actually run through some breathing exercises and some stress relief. And I'm actually going to take you through some stretches that you can just kind of gently do either sitting at your desk or standing. It's always good to get up and down, and we'll talk about that a little bit. But I also wanted to show you some lunchtime stuff that I'm going to be sharing with my paid group. So I think it will actually really help you. So one of the things that happens a lot of times is we run out of stuff. We run out of protein powder. We run out of, different things. And so I kind of wanted to show you some quick wins because I get questions all the time, like I'm out of protein powder. What should I do instead of a protein shake? So my go-to for instead of a protein shake is 2 packs of tuna. And so that one's quick. It's about the same amount of calories. This is going to be roughly about 180 calories. So it's a little bit higher. It's going to be lower in fat, but just grab 2 of the quick packs of tuna. This is going to be over 30 grams of protein. And tuna does digest pretty easily in the system. So it takes a little bit longer than a protein shake would, but not like a ton longer. Fish is always a really good go-to. But anyway, I also wanted to show you what I'm using the tuna for today. So my lunch today is actually supposed to be Ashley's chicken salad, which is actually one of my favorite recipes. But I wanted to show you what I do in a pinch to just kind of make sure that I have the macronutrients that I need. So I look at my meal plan that my coach has for me, and my meal plan has 336 calories, 24 grams of carbohydrates, 32 grams of protein, and 13 grams of fat. And so one of the things that I do is I just start doing math basically so that I can fill in those gaps. And so with that, I am taking 2 packs of tuna, and I am taking, the 2 packs of tuna actually takes my protein up to where it's supposed to go in the place of the Ashley chicken salad. But I also really crave kale this time of year. I don't know if you do or not, but this is very in season if you like it fresh. But if you don't like it fresh, this is one of the things that I grab. This one's pretty high in protein, but I'm gonna have about a half serving of this, which is gonna help take up some of my carbohydrates. It takes the protein a little bit over the top, but that's okay. But anyway, that's my crunchy to mix in with it today. But I also need 24 carbohydrates. And so a serving of mini pretzels is where I'm going to go with that today. So it's about 22 pretzels. I think it's 20 grams. It's either 20 grams or 23 grams or something like that for a serving. But that is my go-to for my lunch today. That's actually going to be my lunch today to fill in that gap of the Ashley's chicken salad. So if you don't have stuff on hand, it's just a matter of playing the game of math. So I didn't even look at MyFitnessPal. All I did was look at the back of these and start doing math. That's what I did. But MyFitnessPal is an easier way to go because it's going to kind of put it all together for you, right? The other thing that I have on hand often is seaweed snack packs. And if you like seaweed, again, this is something that's really high in antioxidants, so something I almost always have on hand. But these are only 30 calories. These are a really quick grab. One of these, you actually get a lot of the little chips. If you don't like seaweed, you're not going to like these, though, just so you know. So I'm not trying to tell you, oh, these are the go-to or whatever, but you actually get quite a few chips in the 30 calories. These are a quick one to grab on hand if you are supposed to have a salad and you don't have the time to sit and eat it. So this is my go-to for salad. I eat this for a few reasons. So seaweed is supposed to help. It has stuff that supports your thyroid. And so as you walk through menopause, your thyroid can start acting all kinds of screwy. So that's one of the reasons I try to eat seaweed, especially in the wintertime, because some of the other stuff that I have that has iodine and is it tyrosine, I can't remember the name of it exactly, are not in season. So I'm not eating them. And so that's part of the reason I do a lot of seaweed. It also, like I said, is high in antioxidants, but it's high in fiber too. And that is a prebiotic. And a prebiotic, we talked about it before, it's something that is going to feed the probiotic. So this is something that is good to have because probiotics live on fiber. This is a really good source of quick digesting fiber for them. But it's also something that is going to give you a little bit of satiety, okay? And so I wanted to share that with you. So that's how I'm winning my lunch today. And then this I'm throwing in, I just kind of snack on these off and on all day just to kind of curb hunger if I am battling it. This is negligible in the calorie region. It has 1 gram of carbohydrate, 2.5 grams of fat, and 1 protein. I do only do these on my low carb days. So they do have a little bit of extra fat. I don't fiddle with them on my high carb days. Because on high carb days, I am doing lower fat stuff. So just really quick, the other stuff to always have on hand, whether you are, whether you are a good planner or not a good planner, it's always good to have cut carrot sticks and celery on hand. So you can almost always grab these. So like I'm supposed to have celery today, 3 medium stalks of celery, and that's actually the big medium stalks of celery. It's only 19 calories. Again, really kind of negligible, really easy to have on hand, something to grab that you can fill yourself up. It's got fiber in it, prebiotics, good. Not dark green, but still better than starving or getting, grouchy at your family. And it's crunchy, right? Celery is. So my snack today is celery sticks, and I've actually already got it packed in my lunch pack. So I am, I keep a lunchbox with me at all times. And I'm going to show you what's in my magic lunchbox today. My magic lunchbox. So I've got my celery in here. I don't like to pack almond butter, which is actually what is on my plan today. So I don't like to take it with me because that has had a few disasters that I don't really want to share with you on live Zooming. But anyways, I have a really favorite trail mix. It is this one. It's called Power Up. It does have a little bit of sugar in it, but it's on the cherries, the dried cherries that are in there. And this does bump my carbs up a little bit, not much, a little bit past where they're supposed to be. But this is the same amount of calories as the almond butter is, and it's the same amount of fat, which is what I'm looking for, okay? And so that is going in my bag. One of the other things I always keep in my lunchbox is seltzer water. If you don't like seltzer water, the other thing that I keep in there is a packet of this. It sweetens it, and it makes it taste like a soda. So this is cranberry lime. And if you put a packet of this in it, it sweetens it up. This is a plant-based sweetener. This one is stevia and monk fruit. This is my favorite one. Sometimes it's hard to find. So if you find a big batch of it, buy it. It's a little expensive, but it's my fave. So that is one thing that I always keep in my lunchbox. The other thing that I keep in my lunchbox along with these, I don't sweeten this. I like it not sweetened. But I do keep this because today I'm super pressed for time because of my schedule. So I'm taking a pre-measured Faya yogurt. I'm taking lemon juice, which is something I always have because this can also be a dressing. And I am putting the lemon juice. I'm actually going to put the lemon juice so it doesn't go to waste. The rest of it's going to go in here, but I'm putting it in here, and I'm going to have lemon flavored yogurt that's sweetened. And that's one of my favorite go-tos. I don't know if that will help you or not. You might be like, whoa. So, the other thing that is good to have on hand, and I could have done this today. I wanted to show you that. I could do a pre-made hummus cup in place of the peanut butter or the almond butter. Why? It's roughly the same. It's a little bit less calories, but it's got a lot of fat, quite a bit of fat. I could have done a pre-made guacamole or avocado. And honestly, avocados go bad really fast. This is how I eat all my avocados. I don't buy them fresh, even though I love them fresh, but they're just like, I don't know if you've seen that little, and then they're just gone. They're like squishy and terrible. That is something to have on hand for your lunchbox. The other thing that I have almost always in my take with me everywhere because I'm in the public is I always have emergency vitamin C powder because even if I start to feel like I'm going to get a scratchy throat, I am taking some vitamin C. This is my favorite one. This is 1,000 milligrams of vitamin C. Vitamin C is water soluble. What does that mean? That means that it's utilized in the body when you drink it, when you take it, it's utilized, but then it pees right out of you and you have to take more. It's not something that stays sustainably within your system. So vitamin C in the wintertime is really critical because viruses are at an all-time high this time of year. And we want to be able to fight them off. So we're helping our system as much as we can. But this one also has zinc and vitamin D. Those are all immunity fighters. I always have this in my lunchbox because, again, I can just take it and pour it into a water bottle. And I've got a big bunch of vitamin C that's coming into my system. This is not a replacement for food, but honestly, this time of year, it's just smart. Does that make sense? The other thing that I deal with is dehydration. And my coach actually uses a different brand, and I could not find it right off the bat, but I'm just totally out of it. But this Drip Drop is one of the ones that is pretty good. This has got 3 times the electrolytes that like a Gatorade would have, but it only has 10 calories. And so you've got your potassium, you've got some vitamins and minerals, vitamin C, you've got the niacin, the pentanoic acid, the magnesium, the zinc, all that different stuff is in here. And it's only 3 grams of carbohydrates and 10 calories. So I always have those in my lunchbox as well, because especially Thursdays for me are that day where, what do you feel when you're dehydrated? You're extremely thirsty, and no matter what you do, you can't get enough to drink, right? You are tired, you're lethargic, you're not feeling great. You might have a headache. that may all be signs that you need some electrolytes, and no matter how much water you drink, you still need some electrolytes. There's also sodium in this as well. Your body needs sodium to support electrolytes. They can't hold on to it unless you take it, right? So this was some of the stuff I wanted to show you because I've just had a lot of messages since yesterday. People have just run out of stuff. They just run out of stuff. So I'm going to be doing a lot more in-depth live on Wednesday inside of my paid group for the 9:30 class. So you guys pay attention to be ready for that. So I'm pumped about it. The other thing to have on hand always is minty gum. There are extra packets all over the place because when I walk into a grocery store, if I'm in between meals, I chew gum. It takes my mind completely off the fact that I'm hungry. But this is also handy to have in your snack pack because if you know it's not time for you to eat yet, you have like, another hour, hour and a half, and you're trying to keep your glycemic index even. This is the way to go, right? This is what you want to do. You want to have something on hand that you can go to. And I am not a big calorie cutter person. And when you're going through menopause, you are trying to make sure that you are eating plenty of calories. So my snacks are always pretty nutrient dense. They're something that, yes, it's a little bit more of an investment, but it's something that's important to realize that that's an investment that you're investing in yourself, right? So the other thing that I wanted to go through, I'm trying to find my stretches. So I'm going to show you some desk stretches that are pretty common. I actually program these for clients that requested that work a lot seated. Because when you're sitting and you're at your computer, you're here, right? And you're like, ah. So we want to be able to relax through our neck. So the first thing that you want to do is just kind of make a note of this. Every hour on the hour, stand up for at least 7 minutes. Do something for at least 7 minutes. You've got 60 minutes. I know it might mess with your flow, but stand up and do something for 7 minutes. So see if you can get through. Just have your, set goals for yourself. Okay, so be like, for the next 53 minutes, I'm going to work soft, then I'm going to stand up for 7 minutes, because that makes a huge difference in the loss of bone density or not, or gain. And so they've done study after study. I'm super nerdy about studies. There was one of my favorite studies they did was on 2 elementary school classes. They did it up in Minnesota where kids are not as active in the winter time, because they were actually doing a bone density test of some kind. And I don't know, I can't remember what the purpose was behind it. This has been many, many years ago. But in one classroom, they did their normal day. And in another classroom, every hour, they stood up and jumped up and down for 60 seconds that they were at school. The class that stood up and jumped for 60 seconds every hour, their bone density grew by over 150% compared to the other class. If that tells you how important it is to stand up and how much you lose bone density. So they say that, like, the sitting disease is a real thing. If you've never read about it, the longer that you sit, the more apt you are to have problems that like a smoker would have. So the equivalent of sitting 6 hours a day is smoking 3 packs of cigarettes a day. 3. That's how much damage you are doing to your body. So, and that's not me. That was just studies that I've read and just getting, and not like weird studies. Like these are like actual scientific studies where they've just gone through it and clinically studied groups of people. So it's important to get up. Your body needs it. Your brain needs it. Your productivity for work needs it. So our first goal is to stand up every hour, right? We've got our great snacks. We've got our lunch that we can go to. We're drinking our 96 to 128 ounces of water. There's something to do. You can refill your water bottle. You can get up and go to the bathroom. If you're drinking plenty of water, you do have to pee roughly every hour, right? But so neck rolls are a big part of it. Okay, so the way that you want to start with a neck roll is bringing your chin down to your chest and just kind of holding it. And then taking the left ear to the left shoulder. If you want a little bit more of a stretch, just kind of come in here, right ear to right shoulder. And then you want to just kind of roll back and forth after that. And when I say roll the neck back and forth, I'm not saying get all weird with it. And if it hurts, don't do it. If you're like, that hurts, Coach D, I don't want to do that, then don't do that. The other one that's pretty natural is shrugging the shoulders. This puts some movement through the shoulder joints, and it helps us to create some flow here. And it gets our hands off of our computer, which immediately causes that, right? So it helps that, and that's important. The other thing that you can do when you are seated at work is like just a gentle spinal twist. So just reaching to the outside of your leg, twist and look back over your shoulder. If you take any of my classes, this is one of the things that we do consistently, because movement through spine and flow through spine is really important. Whatever you do to one side, make sure that you do to the other, and just use the leverage of the outside of your leg so that you can lift your chest up and look back over the shoulder. Hold each one of these for 15 to 30 seconds and do like 3 sets so that you get some true benefit. When you hold them, you are breathing. You're not holding your breath. It's a deep breath into the nose, open the mouth, because we are taking our body. We're encouraging pause. We're encouraging some mindfulness into that moment. And then the other thing that happens a lot with people, and I deal so much with overuse, with thumbs, wrists for ladies, thumbs. Guess why? Not video games, texting. So if you'll make a habit of, if you're ever having wrist pain that day, start texting with your ring finger. There's nothing else in your hand or wrist that's affected when you text with this finger. And it's weird to text with that finger, but if it's better than having irritated pain in your wrist, because we're all going to have bone spurs. We're all going to have arthritis at some point, likely, unless you're just genetically blessed for that to never happen, right? But if you want to pull it out of the wrist, use your ring finger, okay? So that's something, but you want to, a really great stretch, and these are all ones I learned from doing handstand practice to keep your wrists healthy. You're just clasping your hands like boyfriend-girlfriend style. You're going one direction for about 15 seconds, and then you're going the other direction. And for me, going the other direction takes some mental energy. But again, what you do one way, you should do the other. The other one that is common is taking the hand out, palm is down, and you're pressing gently, not on fingers, but just on the ball of the hand, and then slowly moving down the fingers. So you're going to do 15 seconds here, 15 seconds there. You need to also do this the other way, but I wouldn't put pressure here, not the same. I would just put the wrists down, and you will feel stretch through the forearm. So, Marion, I think your food is done. Yeah. So anyways, that is one of the things that we do. Fingers, with your fingers, we want to make sure that, especially if you struggle with arthritis at all, with your fingers, we want to just, as you're taking your break, take the time to really move gently through the fingers. Give them a break from their constant typing and move gently through that movement so that you can get some pretty good flow through the fingers. You're getting a break. And then also when you do any kind of mindfulness breathing, you want to make sure that you are allowing the fingers to completely relax. So I always encourage people to do like a palm up, relax the fingers, let them curl. You know, you'll see yogis encourage that, which there's a pulse connection there. So it rhythmically calms the system. So I get it, but you're also having to hold that. So I just always tell people to relax, let their hands come up, just relax your fingers. And so we're going to actually do a breathing exercise together. I'm going to let Omarion finish getting his pizza rolls, though, so that we're not distracted by his pizza rolls. Not that it's not fun to watch him make pizza rolls. I am not eating pizza rolls, for the record, just Omarion. Right, Omarion?
You want a pizza roll, Mom?
No, I'm good. I knew he was going to do that. Anyways, all right, so we're going to go through some meditation together. So if you just got 3 minutes, this is all I need from you today. I just want, wherever you're at work, I want you to just sit, let your hands relax on your desk or wherever you are, and palms are up, and close your eyes for me. I want you to take a big, deep breath in through the nose. I want you to open the mouth and audibly sigh. Let's do that again. Big breath in and sigh. Take a time to relax through your face. Relax all of the lines of expression on your face. Relax your jaw. Do one more little shoulder shrug like we practiced earlier. Let the shoulders come to rest. Check the jaw one more time. Take another big breath in through the nose. Open the mouth and sigh. We're going to take just a moment to kind of be present in our surroundings. So whatever sounds are happening around you, if you're at an office, there might be some ambient noise. We're just going to make sure that we acknowledge that it's there. We're going to accept that it's there, and we're going to move into the mindset that we're not wishing it for it to be different. We're just accepting our space so that we can be present right now. Then we're going to take another breath in through the nose. Open the mouth and sigh. I want you to just kind of let go of any thoughts of the past that are creating anguish. I want you to let go of any thoughts of the future that are creating stress. Those are things that we absolutely cannot affect. We can affect our present moment, and we are at a lunchtime live. So hopefully you have got your lunch sitting here. I changed mine just for you. So hopefully you've got yours. And I want you to be present with that lunch and be so thankful that you have food. We live in a country where food is very much out there to get. And I want you to be thankful that you are eating nutritiously to support your body. And we want to be thankful that our bodies, no matter what we've done to them, are forever faithful and have gotten us up every day. And that's not the case for everybody. So it's always a good thing to be thankful. It truly is, because life is truly short and it's very precious, and we want to hold on to that. So I want you to go ahead and open your eyes. Take a big deep breath in. Sigh. And we are done with our lunchtime Zoom. Hopefully you got some useful information out of that. I'd love to get your biggest takeaway. I am going to fiddle with Zoom quite a bit today to get recordings posted. So this is going to be posted in the live group. But thank you so much for joining me, you guys. It was good to see you all. Bye.